Hello everyone, this week I'm going to talk about Simpler Times. Simpler Times is a narrative game from Stoneskip and Iam8bitpresents. The game was released for the PC in June 2024 and retails for $10. Sometime in our life, we'll always have to step into the unknown, facing difficulties and hopefully coming out on the other side more well-rounded than we were before the journey. It is part of life, and Simpler Times as players fill the shoes of a young girl named Tiana who is on her way to college and, more often than not, reliving fond and difficult memories. The game is broken up into 4 seasons, and each section focuses on a specific topic, some more positive than others. Simpler Times hones in on these topics, not for the shock value, but because it is integral to the narrative. Coping with loss and self-reflection are 2 key takeaways, and though the narrative is a little fractured at times, it does hit the mark towards the end. The puzzles are integrated with the narrative, and it is how the player learns who Tiana is. Tiana is the quintessential good kid. She likes nature and science, and she loves her family. Simpler Times has Tiana take shape as the player draws and takes pictures of birds and builds birdhouses and a very intricate diorama. Dialogue is fragmented, as the only way to trigger it is to interact with an object of importance, and when done in the wrong order, gives the players an incohesive story that they have to put together themselves. There are loads of things to do in Simpler Times. The player is given specific tasks noted down in Tiana's journal, like building a birdhouse, painting, and building a rocket to finish the section, and there are optional tasks that the player does not need to complete, but give additional dialogue and that rewarding feeling of completing a task. The main puzzles drive the narrative so it feels more complex and more rewarding. One of the most memorable sections, for instance, definitely took me longer to complete because I was having so much fun listening to Tiana reminisce while painting a dog in space. There were times when I felt as though I was wandering around Tiana's room looking for the next thing to grab to finish the often vague instructions, but with the help of the journal or notebook or scrapbook or whatever it's called, it pushed me into the direction that I needed to go in. Simpler Times really does in fact hit that cozy look. Spring is bright and colorful while winter is dark and mysterious. I caught myself getting lost in the bird watching section because the game was so warm with its colors. I just got lost gazing at the birds that were obviously on a loop, but it didn't matter because I was just taking in the sights and the sounds that came over me. The sounds are truly an aspect that I enjoyed the most of out of Simpler Times. Lo-fi beats play in the background just loud enough to have you acknowledge the lyrics. Multiple times I heard a song that I ended up really enjoying, and I immediately went to go find it online to add to a playlist. I really think that the music fits the vibe of what the narrative is trying to tell, and it connects every single time. Simpler Times is a delightful experience. The narrative is heavy and leaves a warm feeling in your heart by the end of it. The lo-fi music fits the game perfectly, and it looks great. It doesn't usher you to do everything. Stoneskip wants you to zone out, get comfy, and get emotional about the world that Tiana inhabits. The puzzles, though a little easy, offer a welcome distraction from the narrative that can be disjointed at times. Lastly, I feel like the almost 2-hour playtime is a perfect game length for this game. It never felt stretched, and I was satisfied with the story by the end. It's a good, cheap game that will leave you feeling a wide range of emotions by the end of it.